Hey guys, so today is Cal cast on day, and I want to go through just very briefly a few tips as we get started on this. So first of all, I've worked through my first garter section. I've got you doing yarn overs and knitting through the back of those yarn overs, so you have a nice stretchy edge, no holes, everything looks nice and tidy. For these two colors, as I carry my yarn up and alternate, I'll carry my green to the front and my pink to the back. That's something that's just personal preference, but I don't get a twisted edge along here. You can do that however you see fit. So I want to go over the first row of mosaic here with you guys. If you haven't worked mosaic before, slip stitch is super easy. You're gonna love it. So I'm working with my pink. I'm gonna carry it up from the back. And I'm gonna work my edge stitches here. So this first increase, we're gonna knit, yarn over knit into this first stitch. So the way we do that is we knit into the stitch and we leave that stitch on the left needle. Yarn over and knit into the stitch again. That's 2 stitches increased. Now we're going to slip purlwise with the yarn in back on all right side rows and knit the next stitch. You don't need to leave a huge float on the back of this mosaic, but you do want to leave a little bit of a gap so that your fabric maintains some stretch. I usually just pull my stitches apart a bit, make sure there's a little breathing room in there. Also for this pattern, I'm really going to take us right down to the wire as far as yarn check in here. So you don't want your tension to be crazy loose. I'm just going to go ahead and work all the way back down to this last stitch before the marker. We're going to do that increase one more time. So again, knit into the stitch, leave it on the left needle, work a yarn over, knit into the stitch again, and drop it from the left needle. All right, so we're ready to work our wrong side row now. And I want to go through working through the back of the yarn over on these real quick. So we're just going to work our edge stitches as we have been. All right, so we're going to purl that first stitch. Each of these increase groupings will be of 3 little stitches. There will be a yarn over between 2 stitches. So for the yarn over, we're going to purl through the back and then purl our other stitch. So purl the first stitch, purl the yarn over through the back, and then purl the second stitch. When we're working our slip stitch mosaic from the wrong side, we're going to hold our yarn to the front and continue slipping our stitches purlwise. So that's going to be a slip and a purl. We're going to continue on that way to that last increase grouping, and I'm going to go through those stitches with you one more time. Again, try to leave some gap in here. I usually just loosen my tension on my purl side rows because for whatever reason I just can't seem to keep those stitches apart. But by the time we get through this pattern, you're going to be a professional at mosaic tension. So here's that last grouping. I'm going to purl the first stitch. I'm going to purl that yarn over through the back. And I'm going to purl that second stitch. And work our edge stitches as established.